No, I want to start with the vape guys. I'm gonna call them the vape guys. It was a bachelor party, and the guy that I ended up talking to, because I went over with my friend Vixen, I go over there and we're just like, hey, like we finally found our vape, woohoo! And they're all like happy for me and shit, and like tip me. They're like, oh, thank God, like we're so happy for you and all that. And then Vixen like steals one of the guys to go get a dance, and that was cool or whatever. Turns out he is one of the groomsmen. You never knew that? I am an exotic dancer. Um, my music's too loud for me to be telling stories. So then I go over to them and she steals the dance, and then the guy that I ended up talking to, because they kind of spread out, like they kind of like went to the stage and got a dance with a girl, and then like I was talking to this one guy and he wasn't getting out of his seat, and I was like, oh God, this is a bad sign already. I can tell he's already the babysitter of the group. So come to find out, big fucking surprise, he is the babysitter of the group. He's taking care of all of his homies, but he's not gonna get a dance. Whoop de doo for me, right? So I was like, all right, cool, enjoy your time, enjoy the show, have some fun. And then his friend like bought a dance for him from me, so like that was cool. I got one dance from the man, whatever. You're so locked in. So when I mean like not normal conversation, that conversation was so dull. He did not want to talk to me. This man did not want to talk to me because he didn't want to dance. He was taking care of his homies, which like I get. I know that there's a babysitter of the group every time men go out. I know that for a fact. Thank you, Capro, for the latte. I appreciate it. We're going to the goal. Um, the conversation, like when I tell you the conversation was so dull, I was like, so where'd you guys like come from? And he's like just giving me the most dullest vague answers ever, and I'm like, I'm not getting any conversation from this guy. Like, how do you know these guys? How do you know these people? Like, are you guys friends? Like, what's the group? All that shit. And then, so after I get that dance from that guy, I did only get one dance from that fucking group. It was a group of 4 people, and my friend ended up getting multiple dances because she ended up picking customer. Thank you, dealings. She ended up picking like the other customers that were there to spend money. This guy was there to take care of his friend, but not for himself. So me sitting there is like great. So it was nice talking to you. Have a good night. Enjoy the show. Clearly, I'm not gonna make any money. So then we got like one little dance because his friends were like, "No, have some fun. Don't be lame." And I was like, "Yeah, don't be lame." So, anyways, then I go into the bathroom. I'm like freshening up, and then two of my like good friends come in, and they're like, "Hello, Eric. I'm talking stripper stories. Should I tell a stripper story about you?" I'm kidding. Um, so my girls come into the bathroom and they're like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" Thank you. I know I should have gotten one more dance from that guy, but he was married and he was taking care of his friends and all of that shit. Like sometimes you will find a customer that is not there to have fun, and that's okay. They're there to take care of the other friends who are having fun. That was just a bad scenario for me. How much is one dance? It really depends on the club. One floor dance for me is like $25. But anyways, the girls come in and they're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What? Like, what's going on? Dish, tell me, tea." And they're like, "You know that group that we had you tip on stage? I had a stage right before I had gone into the bathroom. Now I'm remembering. I got off my stage, I did my 2 songs or whatever, got my tips or whatever, then I went to the bathroom to go brush my hair out and like freshen up and shit." Zach! Zach, I'm telling stories. It's story time, dude. And actually, I'm gonna put away my coloring now. Because it's story time, dude. So, sore. Moving on from that. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, dish, tea, tell me. And they were like, so that group that we had you tip out on stage, I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like you made it just in time for stripper stories. I was like, yeah, no, they tipped me on stage, like, but then for like the first like 30 seconds, and then like for the rest of the song, I was just kind of walking around the pole, like, type shit. Cause why would I? Hey, darling. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh. Um. So I'm just like kind of doing my thing, like, ugh, they're not really tipping, so I'm just gonna walk in a circle. There's no one else on the stage, anyways. But I see that they're with two of my friends, and they're doing a round of shots, and like that's cool or whatever. And then they come into the bathroom saying, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What happened?" Throwing gang signs on the pole. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'd be like, eh. No, but I'm like, "What happened?" And they're like, "So those guys, we did a round with them, and then like 5 minutes later, they start acting like they're on hard drugs or something. One stands up and is like, 'I'm pissing myself. I'm pissing myself. I'm literally this man, this grown man is standing up in the club saying I'm pissing myself.' They thought he was joking. He was not. He was not joking, as a matter of fact. So then the rest of his friends are also acting just as weird. But yeah, no, what? Literally? What? Yeah, no. So security immediately, yeah, they got kicked out not too long after that. But they all just acted like super fucking weird to my friends, and they were telling me all about it, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they cannot be just drunk. They have to be on something else. But that one didn't even involve me. And this is probably only around like 10. It's been only 2 hours. So they get rid of that weird group. We're walking away from that. I know, what the fuck. Toddlers do that. Thank you. They're literally my friends, like, when they came in, they're like, they need a babysitter. They need a fucking babysitter. They should not be allowed to be adults right now. Yeah, fuck me. Okay. Next story. Who else did I talk to that night? After that group, a guy that I saw on Thursday, the pills just kicked in type shit. I swear to God, they were on like acid or something. I don't know. But then this guy that came in on Thursday, that Thursday before that Saturday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, one day missing in between. I was lazy. I didn't want to go in. So on Thursday, I meet this guy. He's cool. We sit in the booths where you're supposed to get a dance. But he's like, I don't really want to dance. I just want to talk to you. I love talking to you. I really enjoy your company. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do that. But just to let you know, I'm going to count down the songs. Shocking. Just to let you know, I'm going to count down the songs, so I get paid accordingly because I am being charged to sit here in the booth with you, like, per song. So he was like, okay, I understand that. Thursday night went great. Thursday night, there was, like, barely any weirdos. And this guy paid me for all the songs that he sat with me for. And all we did was just talk, all that shit. But the next night on Saturday, not the next night, but the night after that, because I wasn't in work on Friday, I see him again. And I'm like, oh my God, you came back. And he's like, yeah, I wanted to see you. And I was like,